The first time here in Houston today, and it's a significant game for both. Portugal dropping points against DR Congo last Wednesday, and Uzbekistan losing 3-1 in Mexico City against Colombia. It is good if you win the group. If you do finish top of Group K, you play third place in Group D. That would be Paraguay at the moment, and your pathway through the tournament is a lot easier if you're the group winner. So there's huge emphasis on Portugal to win today. A point for Uzbekistan, and they'd go into the final group match against DR Congo with a chance to qualify, so loads at stake.
Well, there you saw João Felix dropping in. They need him to play higher near Cristiano Ronaldo. You see him gone central. He doesn't need to come deep. Let the midfield players do their job.
Here's Renato Vega. Well, Ruben Dias, a fresh partner for him today, and now Nuno Mendes, the Champions League winner, in the left-back position. 45 places separate the teams in the FIFA rankings, but in all honesty, the real gap is much wider than that. While the Portugal squad includes players at Real Madrid, Manchester United, Manchester City and PSG, there's a lot of players in this Uzbekistan team that play football in their own country. Here's Pedro Neto on that side. Vitinha plays it out there. They'd love a quick start here. Bruno Fernandes, that's a lot better from him. And defended in there by Uzbekistan at the expense of a throw-in.
Yeah, he's the architect, Bruno Fernandes. Get him the ball. He actually plays a really good ball. Somebody's got to be there.
Portugal looking for the quick start, looking to pull it back. Here's the chance! Oh! Bruno Fernandes sees it deflected behind, but already inside the opening 2 minutes, he's done a lot more as an attacking player higher up the pitch than we saw in the first game against DR Congo. Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, it's a great little chop from Neves. Little Cruyff turn from Bruno Fernandes. So much better, Fletch, more urgency.
It's the kind of start that Portugal would have wanted. João Cancelo, who's got a wonderful right foot, takes it short. Eventually in by Cancelo. I think an interesting template for the way Portugal are going to play today might well be the Dutch, who we saw absolutely annihilate Sweden on this pitch a few days ago. They play a similar shape, they got the ball wide, they got crosses in. Brian Brobby scored a couple of goals. Ronaldo needs that kind of service.
Yeah, if he gets it, he'll score. He just needs to focus on being there. I mean, they had 75% possession, Fletch, and one shot. You know, they need to get the ball in the box a little bit quicker. So the guys in the studio did a brilliant job of highlighting that.
Portugal have started with Pedro Neto on the right. He started on the left in the opening match. João Felix on the left-hand side, but he's going to be asked to go a lot more centrally when he can to try and support Cristiano Ronaldo. Here's Nuno Mendes, early ball. Ronaldo can't reach it. Cannot reach it, agonisingly across the front of CR7.
You see Cristiano just saying it was an inch. Absolutely brilliant attack from Portugal.
That's what they've got to do.
And they did it quicker. You nailed it, Fletch. A bit like Holland, get the ball in the box. He just misses it.
That's how far it was. That's how far it was. He's gone 10 matches in tournament play since he last scored a goal. In those 10 games, he's only had 1 assist. And it's more than 5 years since he last scored a tournament goal in open play. The 19th of June 2021 against Germany in those delayed European Championship finals. Since then, his great rival Lionel Messi has scored 11 open play goals in major finals during that time. They've got to get their number 7 firing if they want to win this World Cup, Portugal. On by João Felix. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Any kind of respite for Uzbekistan will be greatly received at this stage, because they cannot escape at the moment.
I mean, they're hanging on already. I know it's a big ask and it's a remarkable achievement getting here. Brilliant tackle from Bruno Fernandes.
Ganiev nearly ended up in the Portugal dugout.
Well, I can tell you what, the boys are up for it. Great little chop there. Another one from Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, it was great defending that. Wonderful block in there by Abdullayev. The kind of defending Uzbekistan will have to do today. That's a foul on Villarreal's Renato Vega. Any comment about the team that Martinez has picked today? Bernardo Silva left out, Thomas Araujo left out. Is it as bold, the strategic and personnel changes today that you would have expected from the manager?
I mean, everybody loves Bernardo Silva. Zlatan was speaking on, he's one of my favourite players, but actually, Vitinha, Neves and Bruno Fernandes, they don't need 4 players of that ilk. It needs speed. I think João Felix and Neto was a good mix.
Chelsea's Pedro Neto full of speed out there on that side. Off goes Cancelo, delivering the cross! Ronaldo! Just look at his face. Relief, aggression, delight. Zoom! CR7 lights up Houston. He's off and running in the 2026 World Cup Finals. And that's exactly what Portugal needed.
And he's off and running, Fletch. Brilliant from Cancelo. We said get him some service and he'll score. He's in the exact position. That's not an easy finish. Bouncing up on the volley. Absolute brilliant take.
It's his 144th international goal. The smile on the face of the manager and a smile on the face of the Portugal squad, because their main man is off and running in the tournament.
Yeah, and we've seen all the main men. Messi, Haaland, Mbappe, they've all scored. Harry Kane. Now it's Cristiano's turn. How many more can he get today, Fletch?
Well, that's the question. Now scored in 6 World Cup finals. Remarkable career. 974 career goals and counting. 26 away from 1,000. The great Pelé once did that. The second oldest scorer in World Cup history. Only the Cameroonian Roger Miller was older, and he's in there to put pressure on Nemetov, the goalkeeper. And there's an ominous look about the way this game started. Portugal have been completely dominant. That's laid off by Shuma Rodov, and then intercepted down here by Vega. The fascinating thing for me now is how Uzbekistan respond, because they've just been in the eye of the storm since the kickoff.
Well, Karamov, number 24, he's only 18, but he loves to attack from their wing-back position, get shots from distance.
I thought Zlatan's quote before the match summed things up perfectly. Roberto Martinez doesn't win the World Cup, he gets fired. And if he doesn't play Cristiano Ronaldo, he gets fired. And I've got to say, all the people calling for Ronaldo to be left out, he's answered them emphatically. He got a bit of support this morning from Matthew McConaughey, didn't he, as well? Is everybody going to say what they've said if he doesn't score today? Well, he scored and answered it. Nuno Mendes. Everything's been about defending so far. That was Kusanov, the Manchester City player, with a block.
Look, Cristiano delivers. When he gets the service, he delivers. Everywhere he's been, he's done that.
Oh. That's a free kick. That's far too clumsy. They can't give situations away like that. The teenager Karimov, who, as Owen just mentioned, he's only 18 years of age, showing his inexperience and his naivety there.
Yeah. I mean, but to be fair, just a great bit of skill from João Felix. And that's what this team needed, Fletch. A bit of speed on one side, maybe a bit of creativity. Bodies in the box, somebody closer to Cristiano. I know it's only 9 minutes in, but the game plan's worked so far.
No surprise he's starting today, João Felix. He's in Saudi Arabia these days, but 26 goals in 47 games for Al Nassr, and significantly plays at club level with Cristiano Ronaldo. So there's a relationship there between the two of them, and they must feel so better as a group down there at the moment. The fact that Ronaldo's off the mark and Portugal have the early goal. They scored first against DR Congo though and couldn't add to it. Now, the interesting thing now is, can they get the second goal and really take an ironclad grip on the game?
Well, they've got the perfect man on the ball in Bruno Fernandes.
So Bruno Fernandes to deliver this free kick for Portugal. Nematov with the punch, and then driven straight back in by João Cancelo. I must say, when I watched Portugal against DR Congo, I didn't feel like they were going to score goals, but watching them today, I feel like they will.
But you know why, Fletch? Because there's so much more urgency. You know, having all this possession and playing short and everybody coming to feet, you need people to run in behind. And I just don't think they did that enough. I think Cristiano's got people closer to him.
Owen mentioned 70-odd% possession in the opening match here in Houston against DR Congo. It's only actually led to 7 chances on the day, so turning good possession into goal-scoring opportunities is the big challenge, and certainly seems to be one they've embraced in the early stages. There's the header by Nuno Mendes, heavy touch by Shukurov. Now Ruben Dias, Vitinha.
So much quicker, moving the ball so much sharper.
Here's Cristiano Ronaldo. There's such a buzz in the stadium whenever he gets on the ball. Whenever he was shown on the big screen in the warm-ups, the crowd erupted as well. He's such a superstar. Here's Cancelo. Bruno Fernandes, Vitinha, Ruben Dias. When you go through the names, you can see why a lot of people think they could win the World Cup, Portugal. Superstars everywhere you look.
Well done, João Neves. He's the ball winner in that midfield. The other boys, they want to play. He can play as well. But they've got so much firepower. The spacing feels better, Fletch, today.
Ruben Dias with a nice touch. Here's Vitinha. Bruno Fernandes, now Renato Veiga. Well, they're keeping Pedro Neto as wide as they can on the right-hand side to try and make the pitch big. Nuno Mendes at the moment doing likewise on the left. It gives them a lot of room to play in, Portugal. There's the first bit of work for Diogo Costa, the early one forward towards the captain, Eldor Shumarodov, who's playing his 95th game for Uzbekistan tonight. This afternoon, rather. I wonder whether he's going to see the ball too much. The significance of the Ronaldo goal, he's now got 9 in World Cup finals, which equals Eusebio for the most all-time for his country. And you wonder whether he's going to be able to add to that. Here's the chance for Neto. He's gone over. That's a free kick. It's just outside the box. And it's a yellow card as well, which is shown to Rustam Ashamatov.
Yeah, it was definitely a foul. It just gets caught wrong side. Does so well, Pedro Neto.
I don't think I'm taking too much of a wild guess to suggest that the number 7 is going to take the free kick here.
Do you know what? It's quite an awkward position to take a free kick because you can't get it up and down because it's too close to the goal.
So he's going to smash it as well.
He's going to smash it, yeah. He'll probably smash it at the goalkeeper's corner or try and go low under the wall. But I don't think that will be there for them because the wall shouldn't jump from this position.
I think there's 6 of the starting lineup who'd happily take the free kick from here. It could be quite a discussion to work it out. You'd certainly fancy Bruno Fernandes from here, Vitinha from here,
yeah, but
João Felix from here.
Yeah, but Fletch, they're going to do the finesse one with over the top of the wall. It's too close to the goal.
They've all got the camera phones ready. If he doesn't take it, I'll eat my hat.
I think he takes it. I think what you could hope for is he might try and smash it and hope it takes a deflection off the wall. Makes it difficult for the goalkeeper.
You've got to be brave if you're standing in the Uzbekistan wall, because he's taking quite a run up here, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, they're going to smash it. Goalkeeper's corner, I think.
The familiar pose of the great Portugal number 7. The steely look in his eye. The stage is set in Houston. Can he get another one? I think he feels like the rest of us.
Come on, guys.
The only other possibility is Nuno Mendes, because he's not gone very far. Quick word for Ronaldo from Cancelo. And the referee, by the way, Moroccan, Jalal Jayad, who's just trying to work everything out down there, making sure everybody's in the right place. So here we go. It's Nuno Mendes! It's 2-0! And they surprised everybody, Portugal! It's the second international goal for the Paris Saint-Germain fullback, and the goalkeeper has to do better with that.
Well, it's his corner, he should save it. But they used Cristiano as a decoy. Everybody in the whole stadium thought he was going to shoot. And I'm sure the whole Uzbekistan team and the goalkeeper. But he just surprises him. It's not really even in the corner, he should probably save it. But I think he's anticipating Cristiano coming. Brilliant coaching from Roberto Martinez and the coaching staff, using Cristiano as a decoy, and it worked beautifully.
Well, he's holding the World Cup. You wonder whether Cristiano Ronaldo might hold the World Cup sometime this summer. 2-0, Ronaldo and Mendes. They changed goalkeepers for this one. They put Nemetov in, who didn't play in qualification, and he's got to be held responsible on a large scale for allowing that free kick to go past him. Yes, it was well struck by Nuno Mendes, but it was only a foot or so to his right, and really he's got to do better than that on this kind of stage. Uzbekistan looking for the reply. First opportunity for them, and the first save there for Diogo Costa of FC Porto.
I think the goalkeeper was waiting for Cristiano's run. I think he was just a bit delayed. Oh, beautiful.
It's got to roll out of play. Pedro Neto not able to keep it in down that side.
Just shows what they're capable of, Portugal. When they get it right, they've got so many brilliant ball players with a bit of speed, a bit of urgency.
Just one or two spaces starting to appear, but had to be a better ball there towards Shomurodov, who is going to get quite isolated today based on the amount of defending that Uzbekistan will have to do. It's Ronaldo's 24th game in the World Cup finals today, takes him past Paolo Maldini into 4th place on the all-time list. There's the great Fabio Cannavaro, Ballon d'Or winner, World Cup winner for Italy as the captain back in 2006. He's the biggest star in the Uzbekistan squad, Fabio Cannavaro. No doubt who the biggest star is in the Portugal squad. Lovely from Nuno Mendes. Oh, that's excellent. That's going to be a free kick to Portugal. Fantastic.
Yeah, and it should be a yellow card as well. Brilliant nutmeg from Mendes. Karamov. Yeah, he just gets his arm on him.
So many parallels today from game 1 to game 2 from the Netherlands and Portugal. We saw the Netherlands very, very concerned about keeping the ball against Japan. They blew 2 leads, drew 2-2. Portugal all about possession against DR Congo. The Dutch came out exploded here in this stadium on match day 2 against the Swedes, and it feels like Portugal are going to do the same.
Yeah, I think possession is one of the most overrated stats in football. Get the ball forward quickly, attack, take chances, take risk. They didn't take any risk in that first game against DR Congo.
Portugal can smell blood. 20 minutes played in Houston, 2-0, Ronaldo and Mendes, free kick taken by Bruno Fernandes. Nuno Mendes in, and that's an important near post block to keep Portugal out. But it's only ever brief respite because they're relentless at the moment, Portugal.
I'll tell you what, Fletcher, they've been working on the set pieces. Great free kick there, and then the free kick just before.
There's another nice pass, João Felix to Mendes, swung in towards Ronaldo and headed away. Now João Cancelo, Vitinha, and now Neto. Neto delivers the cross, it's too deep. Ronaldo very good in the air, but that was overhit. They just can't keep the ball though. Excellent feat from João Felix. The Portuguese fans are thoroughly enjoying this. Little back heel from Ronaldo and another foul. I mean, the only way they can stop them at the minute is to bring them down.
Oh, they're cooking right now, Portugal. Actually, the rest defence is really good as well. Even when they don't have the ball, they're winning it back really quickly. So much more urgency with and without the ball.
It was so telling, wasn't it? The look on Ronaldo's face when he scored the goal. All the goals he scored down the years, the relief at finally getting one here for his country today was written all over his face.
He's delivered under pressure his whole life, Fledge. But it would have meant a lot to him.
So Bruno Fernandes with Portugal's free kick. And now there's the opportunity for the Uzbekistan counter-attack. And they're going to settle for the free kick. And the foul conceded on Shomurodov by Ruben Diaz. So we'll be back after this short match break. But the man whose name is up in headlines at the moment is Cristiano Ronaldo. His first goal at World Cup 2026. And the stadium here in Houston absolutely exploded. 74.
Need to everybody.
So Portugal 2, Uzbekistan 0, Cristiano Ronaldo and Nuno Mendes. You've been in a similar situation, Owen, to Nuno Mendes, standing over a free kick in the Premier League at Arsenal when Cristiano was your teammate.
Yeah, it was at Old Trafford, and everybody in the stadium thought Cristiano was going to take it. And he let me take it because we had practiced and he knew I could score. And it was actually a big moment against Thierry's Arsenal. He whipped it in top corner, but it surprised everybody because everybody thought like that. He's a great teammate. He wants his teammates to shine. Obviously, he likes to score, but that was brilliantly drawn up. Everybody thought Cristiano would take it, and Mendes took it, and it just surprised everybody.
Just on the goal that he scored as well, when you see it, it's actually a little bit behind him. It's a really good finish.
Well, he's a brilliant finisher.
Yeah.
And that's the point. Everybody keeps saying, oh, drop Cristiano. But he's still their best finisher. He's still their best goal scorer. And that showed in that moment. Just need to get in the service, get the spacing and the distances right. And I think so far, see the great Pepe there.
Yeah.
He'll be happy.
Ronaldo's first World Cup goal was 20 years ago, a penalty against Iraq. And here he is, at the age of 41, still doing it, scoring his 144th goal for Portugal, his 9th goal in the World Cup finals, and the 974th of his remarkable goal-scoring career. He's looking at the Golden Boot standings. Messi 5, Mbappe and Haaland 4, Undav and Jonathan David 3. 18 players have got 2 goals to this stage of the World Cup. Might be a higher number to win the Golden Boot this time around than we're used to seeing. Just Fontaine set the record, 13 in England in 1966. 6 or 7 used to be enough, but I don't think you're going to smell it if you get 6 or 7 this time.
Well, you could get 6 or 7, and you know, in the groups, couldn't you?
Yeah, Messi could get to that against Jordan, couldn't he?
Well, he's got 5 and 2. I mean, he's laughing, isn't he?
Yeah. It's certainly a World Cup at the moment where the stars have come out to play. This is Ruben Diaz, touch for Diogo Costa. Here's Karimov, the teenage right wing back. That was reached over there by Cancelo.
I like Karimov, plays with courage. He's only a young player. He's got real courage.
Only made his debut for the national team in March, and here he is in the World Cup finals. Huge responsibility. Now Shukurov. Off it goes to Ganiev on that left-hand side. Nuno Mendes wins his defensive header. Joao Felix was trying to get there, but he was just beaten to it by Hamrobikov. Breaks now for Ronaldo with a free kick. It's going to be given to Uzbekistan.
Yeah, they've been so much sharper, so much more aggressive.
Coming up on Fox, it's Group L action with England against Ghana from Boston, followed by Panama against Croatia. That's all coming up next on Fox, but taking centre stage right now, the great Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal. And that's won back well by Vitinha. It's interesting, you've called a lot of this. We spoke this morning and you was, hang on a second, they've got a chance here. Uzbekistan! Oh, what a goal! Absolutely brilliant! Ganiev! Uzbekistan celebrations everywhere. Cristiano Ronaldo wants a free kick for that challenge there by Faizulayev, but Ganiev walked onto it and smashed it into the back of the net.
I mean, what a strike from Ganiev. You couldn't hit the ball any cleaner. Absolute no chance for Costa. I do think it was a foul.
Let's bring in Mark Clattenburg, because Ronaldo was straight over to the referee to ask for a free kick. We saw a similar situation yesterday, Clats, in the Argentina game before Messi got the goal. What do you think?
Yeah, but the one with Messi, there was a lot of things can happen because it was where the area of the field. This is just outside the penalty area, and then the next strike is a goal from Uzbekistan, which was a great strike. However, unfortunately, this is going to get chalked up because it is a foul. It's a clear foul, and it happens just before the goal, and therefore Portugal don't have time to reset.
That's a fantastic explanation. Thank you, Klats. Mark Clattenburg with us. We're going to get the decision here from Jalal Jayad.
After review, the attacker number 22 didn't play the ball and committed a foul. Final decision.
A wry smile on the face of Fabio Cannavaro, but Mark Clattenburg called it exactly right. Ronaldo knew as well.
Bang on. It's a foul from Fazulayev. He shouldn't be dribbling there, by the way. It's brilliant pressing from Fazulayev, but he doesn't play the ball, he plays the man. That's why it's a foul. I think it's an easy decision.
I tell you what a goal to rule out, though.
Absolute
that was a fantastic
brilliant
hit, wasn't it? It is the kind of moment, though, that's going to give Uzbekistan a bit of confidence. It's the first real building block they've had in a match where they've been completely dominated, so maybe they can take something from that moment, even though the goal didn't stand.
Fletcher's down this right-hand side. Fazulayev and Karimov, they're the two.
So remains 2-0. Cristiano Ronaldo with the early goal. And then Nuno Mendes with the free kick after Ronaldo had been used as the decoy. Headed down by Renato Veiga. What they've got to be careful of here is a bit of overconfidence, Portugal, because they are playing in a lot of areas where you wouldn't want to see them play. Cancelo being the main culprit, albeit when he was fouled.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting more aggressive now. Uzbekistan, and rightly so. Ghani have been terrific the last 10 minutes.
Intercepted straightforwardly. That's a little bit sloppy though over there. A little bit of overconfidence maybe started to creep in. João Neves with an uncharacteristically sloppy pass.
Yeah, it's too early for the party tricks.
And don't forget, Thursday on Fox, the US faces Turkey, where they're going to be looking to win their third straight match of the group stage, and our coverage begins at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on Fox. So a free kick here to Uzbekistan and an opportunity to send the central defenders forward. Kusanov, Abdullayev and Ashurmatov. And that's very deep. The man that was coming onto it was Ham Robikov at the far post, but a little bit of a waste that from the World Cup debutants, the White Wolves of Uzbekistan.
Oh, it's a brilliant free kick, so well executed. Not great goalkeeping, obviously. But I do think the goalkeeper was waiting. He probably anticipated Cristiano running up a bit later, and he probably just wasn't set.
It's no surprise when Nuno Mendes gets a goal. He scored 6 in all competitions for Paris Saint-Germain. Last season, they've got Hakimi scoring goals on one side and Nuno Mendes scoring goals on the other.
And that's the thing, I think, with his athleticism, he's probably one of the best athletes in this whole World Cup. He can cover the whole left side, allow João Felix to go closer to Cristiano.
He's had a real rise, club level and international level. Nuno Mendes only played 42 minutes in the last World Cup 4 years ago, but he's well and truly the first choice left back these days, and might just be the best left back in the world.
Yeah, I think he is. I mean, 2 Champions League would suggest he's on the way.
Faizulayev is busy and chasing, and the goalkeeper just had to time that right. Looking to make up for the error when he fouled Cancelo. Faizulayev.
So much better though from Uzbekistan. They're a bit higher up the pitch, Fletch, a bit braver.
Well, they know they've got to go for it. They played DR Congo in the last match. I mean, you don't know whether 3 points are going to be enough. I mean, you doubt it. 4 points, you're probably going to be a third-place qualifier. So, having lost already to Colombia, they've got to try and get something from this match today, which gives them a fighting chance on match day 3.
Well, they've obviously started poorly, but I think that you have to credit Portugal. Played so much better, so much more urgency. And they've come back into it a little bit, Uzbekistan.
Moving into the final 10 minutes of the first half. Such a quick start for the Portuguese with the early Ronaldo goal. Little foul there, tap of the ankles on Nuno Mendes. Here's Vitinha. Now Pedro Neto. Well, there against Nasrulayev. It's a good run by Neto. Decent defending though in there by Uzbekistan.
Yeah, Cristiano was waiting that little messy cut-back position.
And this is Shumarodov bringing Uzbekistan forward. Look at the athleticism of Nuno Mendes. The closing speed there to get back. I mean, it was a bit of a hospital pass for the goalkeeper, but he's so quick. What a touch that is as well.
My word.
João Neves, that's brilliant. Here they go again. Bruno Fernandes onto João Felix. Ronaldo's in the middle. Bruno Fernandes in the middle, but that's not a good enough pass. Just needed to be a bit more patient and a bit more accurate, João Felix. What about the touch from João Neves at the start?
That was a thing of beauty. He's got everything. He's got skill. He's got steel. I think that's why everybody says this is the best midfield in the competition.
Ronaldo Ronaldo went for the give and go, but he was stopped unceremoniously by Rustam Ashermatov.
I mean, it looked like a foul. Ashmuratov, I'm not sure. Referee didn't see it that way.
There's Rafa Leao, certainly qualifies as the coolest man, the most laid-back man in the Portugal squad. When we were stood downstairs before the match, speaking to Roberto Martinez' assistant, Ricardo Carvalho, the great former Chelsea and Portugal defender, he was sat with his headphones on the bench like he'd gone out for an afternoon stroll.
Yeah, he's pretty chill. I'll tell you what, though, he can be a game changer, Fletch, when he comes off the bench. I thought in the last game, he'd come on at an impact.
Nicely done by Renato Vega, not the best of passes though. Bruno Fernandes doing the closing down. Joao Felix was there as well. Just one correction. It was Ham Robikov who got the earlier yellow card, not the centre-back Ashermatov. But just to keep an eye out in case there's any situations involving those two players later on. Well, that's Faizulayev playing the ball inside to Shukurov. Away by Renato Vega. Now there's space. Bruno Fernandes. Neto sprinting down the right, Ronaldo through the middle, it's Cristiano Ronaldo for Portugal, it's 3-0, and Ronaldo strikes again. It's Cristiano Ronaldo's day in Houston. 2 goals, and this one outstandingly finished.
I'll tell you what, Fletch, this is a fabulous goal. Cristiano actually in the build-up. The finish is brilliant. He actually tells Bruno Fernandes, wait, I'm going to go out wide. Peels off. He's actually coaching him through. The finish is class. But the counter-attack, the speed and the urgency at which they play, this suits Portugal. We said it before, get him some service. Thierry said it, get him some service and he'll score. Roberto Martinez is absolutely buzzing. But if you see another replay of that where Cristiano tells Bruno, just wait, it's absolutely brilliant.
Well, that's 975 for the career, and he's now Portugal's all-time leading scorer in World Cup finals matches. He's gone past Eusebio, and he stands alone at the top of the list, and all of a sudden he's got 2 goals on the day, and if he can get a couple more, he starts to creep into Golden Boot consideration. So this is going according to plan for Portugal, and according to plan for Cristiano Ronaldo as well.
Thierry made a great point before the game. He said Cristiano's not the guy anymore to run him behind, and that's why he said to Bruno Fernandes, wait, don't play the pass, the distance was too far to run him behind. And he peeled off to the right-hand side. Just great awareness, way to pass. I mean, these guys, when they play like this, Fletch, they got a chance.
Owen, aren't we being blessed this summer? Messi doing his thing, Mbappe doing his thing, now Ronaldo doing his thing. The great players, the greatest players in the world are performing on the greatest stage in the world, and don't we just love it?
Yeah, do you know, and I think they're inspiring each other. They're seeing each other play. Messi doing his business, Haaland, Mbappe. Now Cristiano's getting in on the action.
So 3-0, 2 for Ronaldo, 1 for Nuno Mendes. And I can promise you one thing, the scoring isn't over in Houston. Played through here for Joao Felix! Oh, that was there, wasn't it? That was there. Was it a cross? Was it a shot? Was he caught in 2 minds?
It was neither. I tell you what, he probably could square it to Cristiano as well. He'd have a tap in. But again, before the game, we said make forward runs, make forward passes. Brilliant run from João Felix. Probably could have squared that, couldn't he?
Made a bit of a mess of it in the end, didn't he?
Nice.
Make sure you stay with us on Fox. The Pisa halftime show is coming up with Rebecca and the team. And they've got plenty to talk about, but I would hazard a guess CR7 is going to be the centre of the conversation. So he should be.
Was Cristiano saying when he scored he's back? It looked like he was saying something like...
He wants the hat-trick. Here he is. On it goes. João Felix was looking for a way through. Here's Renato Veiga. 3 minutes of the first half to play. And Amrabatov just left one on João Neves there. He's on a yellow card. He's got to be careful. You can't go around kicking everybody when you've been booked already. Neto. Cancelo. And tidied up there for Portugal by Vitinha. Tell you what I would say, the goal of the half didn't count, did it? The one that was smashed into the back of the net by Uzbekistan.
That's a great point, absolute brilliant strike.
Nuno Mendes dispossessed by Karimov. Here's Ganiev, the player who scored that great goal. That's not the best of efforts by Otabek Shukurov.
I really like Karimov on this right-hand side. He's a baller. Can't believe he's only 18. This is the one here. Cristiano just there, he's saying, wait for it. The waiter pass from Bruno. That's why Bruno's got to play in and play that pass.
The referee had the best view in the house, didn't he? Jalal Jayad, who was running behind. He could see it all the way. Don't forget James Corden and the After Hours crew are going to be back tonight for another nightly wrap of today's World Cup action. And they're joined by special guest Anthony Anderson. That's on Fox at midnight local. How are you feeling, Owen, watching your former teammate and your friend answer the critics as emphatically today as he is doing?
Fletch, never in doubt. You know, Cristiano rises to the occasion. It will have hurt him that he didn't play at his best. But again, a lot of it's on the way the team sets up. He scores if you get the right service to him. I know he's not as active as he used to be. He doesn't need to be. We've seen that with Messi. But you've got to find a system that suits the team. Today suits the team.
It's a rare spell of possession in the last few minutes for Uzbekistan that's ended by Cancelo. Oh, that's good from Cancelo. Really good. Had a really good season for Al Nassr, Ronaldo. 30 goals, albeit against limited opposition, but you've still got to score the goals. I mean, we say that João Felix got 26, same competition, 56 between them for that club in the Saudi Pro League. So when he does get an opportunity, he does finish. And the big difference between today's match and the game against DR Congo, he's had the opportunities to score.
Well, I think it's really important that you get the pieces of the puzzle around him. He's not going to be the guy that runs him behind. Get somebody closer to him.
Well, you say that. I mean, the second goal he scored, he has run in behind. I mean, he can do it if you provide him with the right service. We've just seen him do it.
But again, it's not about speed. It's about timing. Bruno's the one. He'll find that he knows Cristiano. He knows the timing.
But he's still quick enough to score that goal, isn't he? Still quick enough.
100%. He's still a good athlete.
Here's Bruno Fernandes with all kinds of space. You can't really give him this kind of space. No surprise that he's got the assist today, Bruno Fernandes, for that second goal. He set a new record in the Premier League with 22 assists in the league last season. Went past Kevin De Bruyne's record that has stood for a few seasons. Player of the Year. They've given him so much more licence to make things happen in this Portugal team today than he had in the first match. He was a passenger for a large part of that game, wasn't he?
Yeah, a lot of that's down to spacing, Fletch. They would have looked at the video and realised they played too slow, didn't get the ball forward quicker enough.
into 6 minutes of additional time. First half has been dominated by the captain of Portugal, with that big number 7 on the back of his shirt. Becomes the 19th player in the World Cup so far to get to 2 goals. It's been a tournament of goals to this stage. Uzbekistan looking for a strong finish to the half. That's a really good block by Vega. Robikov was the player.
Good block
getting
from
the
the
shot
rest as
away.
well.
Yeah.
He's probably wishing he can get out there, couldn't he? Fabio Cannavaro get a few tackles in.
Last defender to win the Ballon d'Or back in 2006. The defender's not won it since. It was the private domain of Messi and Ronaldo for a long time, that particular individual honour. He wasn't the coach that actually qualified them for the World Cup. He got the job after they qualified, so they're trying to use his experience to make them as effective as they can be in these finals. It's difficult for them, though, certainly against opposition like this. Still think as well, Owen, when you look at the squad that Roberto Martinez has, he can be even more attack-minded in certain positions. When you think about the job that Cancelo's got, he's got Dalot to play out there, Mateus Nunes of Manchester City to play out there. Semedo played really well off the bench in that position in the first match. He's got players, Leao, who can be very direct on the left if that's what they want as well.
Bernardo Silva, I mean, you're right, it's you could argue it's probably one of the deepest squads in the whole World Cup. It's not about all these players, it's about how you put it together. We never did that right with England. We had all these brilliant world-class names. We never became a team. Look what Argentina's doing. You know, it's not about... It's about, can the team win? Can they have success? It's not about individuals.
Ronaldo's touch. Whether it came off an Uzbekistan defender, I'm not sure. Oh, it's going to be an Uzbekistan throw. It's just a lack of concentration. He's been such a central figure today, Bruno Fernandes, to everything that Portugal have done.
To be fair, they've all looked sharp, haven't they?
Yeah.
Neto, Cancelo.
This fella on the left, Nuno Mendes, has been fantastic.
He's sharp as a knife, him, my word.
They've spent a lot less time playing the passes between themselves, Vitinha and João Neves today. They've been more direct with it. Cancelo's cross, that was important, defended by Abdullayev in there for Uzbekistan. That's a nice touch. Good defended by Vega under pressure. Mendes. João Felix. Vitinha. Little touch by Bruno Fernandes. João Felix. Ronaldo on the move, and they couldn't quite find him. Had they got that one in stride, he would have been in for a hat-trick.
João Felix got some brilliant ability, but he's got in some good positions, but he's been a bit wasteful. He tried that outside of the right foot pass a couple of times.
Must say, it seems a shame at 26 that he's in the Saudi Pro League already, because I think he's got a lot to offer at a big European club still.
Fletcher, he's been all over.
Here they come again, they want another one. It's Ronaldo! The goalkeeper got there, it's cleared off the line. Inches away from his hat-trick. I think the roof would have blown off this place if that would have gone in.
I'll tell you what, he had to chip the goalkeeper because the goalkeeper come out so quickly. Now he's just waiting. Watch the goalkeeper come out so quickly. He's got to chip it. Probably just gets a bit too much height on it.
Hey, it's spinning in, you know.
Yeah, it was class.
Spinning in. It's a brilliant clearance by Manchester City's Kusanov.
Oh, he's the quickest defender they have.
It's a good job. Well, there's half-time. And the look on his face tells you everything. 2 goals for Cristiano Ronaldo and a goal for Nuno Mendes.
And he'll probably be looking at Cristiano and Messi and thinking the longevity that he had. It's so hard to stay in the game that long and to have the amount of success that they've had. These guys deserve praise. LeBron James, not criticism.
First chase in the half here for Conceição, who's replaced Neto on the right. Remember, Tom Brady won that Super Bowl here when he came back from nowhere against Atlanta in this stadium. And he might just be witnessing Cristiano Ronaldo scoring a World Cup hat-trick inside the same arena. I think the odds are very short of Cristiano getting at least one more. Here's Asher Matov, and then played inside to Faizulayev. Here's Shukurov. Up goes Renato Vega to win his header, and then played on there to Nuno Mendes, who did not take the free kick well. Ronaldo used as a decoy, got in the head of Nemetov, the goalkeeper. Nuno Mendes scoring his second international goal after a decent goal-scoring season from fullback for Paris Saint-Germain. Vitinha, Ronaldo. It goes by Nuno Mendes. Bruno Fernandes, just one too many defenders in the area. There's the shot. Oh! That was a whisker away from João Felix. What a hit.
No, he's more than capable, João Felix. He's got so much ability. Just leaning back a bit. Nemetov, the goalkeeper's got that one covered. But they're doing well. They're just exploding to life, Portugal, in and around the box.
Uzbekistan trying to come forward down this left-hand side, but they won't keep the ball in play. I mean, in general play, the game has not really involved Ronaldo too much. He's only had 16 touches in the match. Of course, 2 of those extremely decisive, the 2 goals. But that's the way Portugal have got to play. We spoke to Diogo Dalot before the first match, and he said, look, we've told him, just wait for us. You just do the important bits when we need you. Today, that's what he's being able to do.
Look, with Messi, Haaland, you know, Harry Kane, they're brilliant finishers, they're goal scorers now. They don't need to get involved in the build-up. Let all these other guys, these young guys, do that. I remember interviewing Erling Haaland this season, and he said, I'm not too worried about getting loads of touches there. I got to get touches that go in the goal. And I thought it was fascinating. Trust your teammates to do the job. Be ready when it comes. And these guys are the best at it.
Renato Vega, Nuno Mendes. That'll be a throw into Portugal on that side. One tactical point you made to me. We were pitch side before the game today, and you said one thing that you would do if you're Roberto Martinez would have a single pivot in midfield. Vitinha has done that job today. In the first match, João Neves was very, very close to him. They kept the ball a lot. It slowed the attacks down as we see that whistler over the bar from João Felix. But it's been about Vitinha running the show today, and they've not got bogged down keeping the ball in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, and they've got the ball forward quicker, Fledge. Spacing's better, allows them to pass the ball better, got it wider, quicker, and just a bit more urgency. Speed is so important in any game, in any sport. They played with more speed and verticality today.
Here's Ruben Dias, one of the 2 changes made by Roberto Martinez. Well, we saw his starting lineup. Here's Conceição, who didn't half work hard when he came off the bench against DR Congo in the first match. Little flick there by Ronaldo that didn't quite work. And they'll get the free kick here, Uzbekistan, for the foul by Vitinha.
You see the foul from Vitinha. They're trying to hang in there, Uzbekistan.
Do you know one thing I didn't think I'd see again? Lionel Messi win a Ballon d'Or. If he carries on playing like this and Argentina win the World Cup, he's going to win another one, you know.
It's to be honest,
just sticking it out there in advance.
Look, Fletcher, right.
Remember where you heard it first.
But with these guys, I mean, we're surprised, but we shouldn't be, because the moments of brilliance these guys, the greats, continue to produce, and they rise to the occasion on the biggest one. Even Messi looked a bit, even when the second one yesterday, Fletcher, he looked not surprised, but the courage to go in and win that one.
Conceição's going to lose the race. Asher Matov came across. The goalkeeper's made a mess of that and only just got away with it. You can't take liberties when Cristiano Ronaldo's sniffing around. What is he thinking about?
Who said Cristiano doesn't defend? It's just, he got away with that, the goalkeeper.
Again, just to kind of pick up on the point about this being the greatest tournament, the fact that the stars have come to play as early in the competition as they have makes it so exciting to watch. The fact we've seen Mbappe in brilliant form, Messi doing his thing, Haaland scoring goals, Cristiano Ronaldo today, they're messing around with it again. Uzbekistan, they're going to pay the penalty if they're not careful. Here's Ali Jonov, who came on at half-time. Now Faizulayev for Uzbekistan, makes room for the shot, then drills it straight into the body of Diogo Costa.
Diego Costa's probably happy to get involved, get a shot straight into his hands. Faizulayev is a good player, very energetic. He's definitely got a goal in him.
Coming up on Fox, it's Group L action with England against Ghana from Boston, followed by Panama against Croatia. All coming up next on Fox. This has certainly been a fantastic way to kick off the day's World Cup action.
You see Vitinha running the game from that deeper pivot. Runs in behind. So much better from Portugal.
João Felix is fouled, free kick to Portugal. He's brave wearing that shirt in here.
I'm not surprised we saw that many yesterday, didn't we?
Oh, blimey, yeah. I'm amazed you can still buy them. Every single person we saw yesterday was wearing an Argentina shirt.
I have a feeling it's been a good World Cup for Adidas.
Just a little bit. So Nuno Mendes over the free kick. Portugal leading 3-0, 2 for Ronaldo, 1 for the man who's taken the free kick. And that flashes right the way through and behind for a goal kick. There's the great Bernardo Silva, who started the first match. He's going to be off to Real Madrid for next season after 10 years at Manchester City.
But you know what? Obviously, every player wants to play, but he's such a brilliant teammate, Bernardo Silva. They just want Portugal to win.
Diogo Costa has to put his foot through it under pressure from Shumarodov.
He's made a couple of big calls, hasn't he? You know, Ruben Diaz is back in. João Felix, and they've all come off. Roberto Martinez, I think, would be delighted so far.
3 Champions League winners down there in the starting lineup. Nuno Mendes at left back, and the midfielders João Neves and Vitinha. Vitinha looking to try and win the ball
It's
back
a foul.
there.
How's he not give that?
Here's Shukarov. Played out now to Faizulayev. Shukarov with the chance to shoot, and then tracks it wide. Took a deflection, they'll get the corner, Uzbekistan. Bruno Fernandes going to the referee to ask about the foul that Portugal didn't get.
Well, it was a foul. Should have been. Didn't give it. It was good play from Uzbekistan. Shukarov.
So Galiev's gone out to take the corner. Ronaldo's gone back to do his defending job. He's always been one of the better players in the air, in either penalty box.
I do think it's important that they take something confidence-wise into the game against DR Congo.
Joao Felix, Kusanov involved, Shukurov was being barged as well. So Ganiev with the corner. 10 minutes into the second half in Houston. There's Ronaldo's header. Now there's a break on for Portugal. Conceição's got speed on this side. Ronaldo's gone hurtling through the middle to get forward on a hat-trick, remember. Renato Veiga. Here's Bruno Fernandes, Ruben Dias, Vitinha. Little flick by Joao Felix, flicked on again by Ronaldo. That's a foul. It's going to come back for the original one on Ronaldo. Now look, this is 35 yards from goal. Is he having a pop?
Well, I mean,
against this keeper?
I mean, love that little flick from Cristiano around the corner there. I mean, he'll have a look, obviously. Bruno's probably saying it's probably too far to shoot. He might cross it, but I do think it's definitely within range for Cristiano for that knuckleball.
Yeah, it's one of those awkward ones as well. If you do try and dink it in, I mean, the angle's against you.
You see Ruben Dias saying, smash it.
Yeah, exactly.
Put your laces through it.
I'm in the Ruben Dias camp, I've got to say.
Bruno's probably saying it's a cross. But you know what, it's too far for Bruno to strike it, I think. It's more...
Well, let Ronnie strike it then.
Yeah, it's for Cristiano.
The fact he's looking for the valve, and that's what he's looking for there. They placed the valve. He wants to strike it, doesn't he, on the valve with his foot. That makes it move all over the place.
Well, he's looking for a knuckleball. I think Tim Wakefield, he had that, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Master.
Joe Hart, the former England keeper, says that the ball is doing very strange things as well in flight. Oh, he's a decoy again. It's lifted in. Now he's running. Here's the moment. What a save! And he's injured Cristiano. Nemetov did superbly well, because that was a wonderfully worked free kick. Perfect ball. Brilliant. Picked in by Bruno Fernandes.
I'll tell you what, he was brave as anything, Cristiano, going for this, because he's going to get clattered. Brilliant execution. Cristiano runs forward. He's onside. Brilliant ball. Goalkeeper comes out, Nemetov, and catches him.
What a pass.
Phil Mickelson.
I think that's Aaron Rodgers, the back shoulder fade.
Wow. It's brave from the goalkeeper and from Cristiano going in there. I'll tell you what, the set pieces from Portugal and Roberto Martinez have been class.
He's asking the question whether it's a penalty.
Well, I think they get there at the same time.
Mark Clattenburg says no penalty. I think that's the way that the referee sees it too. It's a painful one though for Ronaldo, who's had two chances now for the hat-trick. The save there by the keeper, the goal line clearance in the first half from Kusanov.
I'll tell you what, talking about trick plays in the NFL, I mean, Portugal had a couple, wouldn't they? The free kick, the decoy from Ronaldo, from Mendes, a couple short free kicks, they've been brilliant.
Well, keep your eye on Ronaldo here. Bruno Fernandes to take the corner. Ronaldo on the move! It's gone in! It's another one for Portugal. Who claims it? We'll have to wait and see. Let's have a look, let's work it out.
Fletch, this is from the training ground. They meant this. It's a brilliant ball from Bruno Fernandes into a corner of doubt. Everybody's converging in on that space, make it virtually impossible for Uzbekistan to defend it. That's from the set-piece coach. Absolutely brilliant. The ball from Bruno Fernandes, it looked unconventional.
Well, it's hit Karimov,
but he meant
he's
it.
the 24.
Kusanov, and then off the goalkeeper.
And then the goalkeeper. I think that's going to be a Kusanov own goal,
It
isn't
will
it?
be.
Joao Felix got the Portugal touch. There's Austin McPhee, who's the set-piece coach at Aston Villa and the set-piece coach for Portugal.
And he's the architect of all those brilliant set pieces.
Yeah.
Some of those NFL coaches have been looking, thinking, oh.
By the way, one of the best in the business, and what he is the best at is creating blocks in the box that nobody can see.
Well, if you want to see, watch Aston Villa in the Europa League final. The goal that they created from a corner was a thing of beauty. They drew it up brilliantly, but the execution from Bruno Fernandes was terrific.
So that's an own goal. Abdul Qadir Kusanov, 4-0 to Portugal. In goes the Uzbekistan corner, and Diogo Costa gets a piece, but not a great deal of it. Then he gets a little bit more. And that block was an important one. Now they're still not away. That's good defended by Nuno Mendes, and now he's on the run, and now they're going to try and open them up. And here's Ronaldo. Well, that's good defending on this side by Faizulayev.
You know, Fletch, it actually feels a bit like it's a complete performance from Portugal. Offensively, defensively, set pieces.
There's Semedo on this right-hand side, who's on for Joao Cancelo. Looking to do a similar job
What
that he
a
did.
touch that was.
Yeah, when he came on in the first game. Well, that free kick's going to be given to Uzbekistan, even though Bruno Fernandes is the player down. And we're going to see another change here. And it's going to be the first appearance at the World Cup for Francisco Trincao of Sporting Lisbon, and he's coming on to replace Joao Felix. It's a big moment, this, for Trincao, who was named in the provisional squad in 2022 but didn't make it. Wasn't selected for the Euros the last time, so this is the first time he's on in a major tournament.
He's a good player, got a great left foot. Very creative.
Scan the QR code on the screen to vote for the Michelob Ultra Superior Player of the Match. I said it yesterday, predicted a landslide for Lionel Messi yesterday. I don't think there's going to be a surprise result here for this match either. The big question is, can he get the hat-trick? Here's Conceição. Well, it's drawn a bit of a crowd on this side. João Neves played it inside. Now it's with Vitinha. And Bruno Fernandes with the touch. Here's Renato Vega, now Nuno Mendes. Does he play the whole game, Ronaldo? Is that the plan?
I'm gonna guess, yeah. But again, the most important thing is that the team wins. Obviously, individual things are important. But I think at 41, he doesn't have to play every minute.
Well, Trincao can't find a way through. That's good, though. Semedo plays it out to Conceição. Ronaldo calling for it in the middle.
It's a good ball. Vega's played well, hasn't he? Defensively, he's won everything.
Conceição gets back on it, skips away from the fullback. Now can he pick out someone in the middle? Vitinha. Never scored an international goal. Conceição, Vitinha had carried on running. Somehow Uzbekistan smuggled the ball away. I'm not sure any other player spent more time on the deck in the World Cup so far than Bruno Fernandes.
No, he got fouled there as well. Went up for the header. I don't think Bruno and the ref are best friends at the moment.
No. It was the same in the first match here against DR Congo, if you remember. Conceição's pass. This is João Neves of Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, Bruno wants it in the box a bit quicker. They're taking a lot of time.
Here's Renato Veiga, and now Nuno Mendes. He's going to get the free kick for the foul. And carry him off the offender.
Nuno Gomez, Pepe there watching on their beloved Portugal. Karamoc has been laid on Mendes.
I must say I'm a bit disappointed at the lack of celebrities that we've seen today. We got a bit of criticism in certain quarters for not spotting Manu Ginobili the other day, but I mean we were concentrating on the game at the time, so there is a reason why
I would have seen
you
Manu.
don't always see every celeb. We are here for an important football match. That's a good header in there for Uzbekistan. Oh, Shumarodov, who's hardly had a sniff so far today.
I'll be honest, Fletcher, I would have seen it. Four-time NBA champion,
Of course you
Hall
would.
of Famer.
Of course you would.
I remember seeing Shakira. Stadium went nuts, didn't they, when she come on?
We saw Shakira quite a bit, didn't we, yesterday? She was watching Lionel Messi.
I knew one of the best shooting guards ever.
João Neves to Vitinha. So many stars on the pitch, you don't always need the stars in the stands. Well, Ronaldo was expecting the run there from Trincão. It's a lot of shouting down there. Whenever anybody gets fouled, you can hear the screams up here. Ganiev this time, yellow card.
Bruno and the ref again.
Renato Veiga getting the booking.
Yeah, it's a foul from Veiga. Just stands his ground.
So the referee blows the whistle. We'll be back after this short match. So based on the fact that the most difficult game they've got in Group K, and they would. There's been a lot. He's now scored in 6 World Cup finals. Cristiano Ronaldo. Plenty of time there for Ruben Diaz, but he was under a bit of pressure. I wonder whether Roberto Martinez, in what remains of this match, is going to take the opportunity to play one or two other players who might feel they're deserving of a place in the starting lineup. The offside flag up there against Uzbekistan. Always think it's important, though, when you come to a tournament, you've got a squad, that you get players on the field when you've got the opportunity in case you need them further down the line.
Right, and it's really difficult to be away from home for 5 or 6 weeks and not play at all. You know, it really affects players, so giving them the opportunity, it's good for morale, for the team spirit.
Trincão chases. Across there was Kusanov, one of the quickest defenders in the tournament. Now then, here's the chance maybe. Trincão could have played Ronaldo in, but he's gone the other way. Mendes, Ronaldo! Here was your chance. It might have been a more clear chance had Trincão gone the other way, Owen.
And you know, it was an easy pass from with his left foot. You just got to look up and slide him in. Mendes is brilliant again. You see it here, turn over from Karimov. Great from Mendes.
There.
Slide him in. He's in. They choose to get it wide. Cristiano cuts back. It's good defending in the end.
So Uzbekistan are making a change. They're taking on Faizullayev, and they're going to send on Sherzod Esanov. In fact, they've changed that and sent on Sergeyev instead. Well, they've got the other player down there stripped and ready. So here's Ronaldo looking to get on the ball, looking to make room and shoot. Saved by the goalkeeper, denied again for the hat-trick. Is it going to come today? Fernandez to Trincao, and Uzbekistan able to get rid of the danger again. Ruben Diaz now giving chase down this side, and he's going to get the free kick for the push. And we're going to see Bernardo Silva coming on for Portugal. He's down there and ready.
Why is
the goalkeeper is all over the place, Owen.
I mean, he just got changed in the first game. Goalkeeper didn't play great, so they made a change. He's not had a great game again today.
Might be time for the third choice then in the last match.
He gives great energy from the bank, from the bench, and in Conceição.
Yeah, difficult season for Juventus, but seems to be relishing the opportunities given to him by Roberto Martinez here in the World Cup. Bernardo Silva's ready down there. Conceição. Now Ruben Diaz. Don't forget, Thursday on Fox, the US faces Turkey, where they're going to be looking to win their third straight match of the group stage, and coverage begins at 9 PM Eastern, 6 PM Pacific on Fox. Off goes Francisco Conceição. Nelson Semedo. Now Ruben Diaz. Bernardo Silva waiting patiently. Lovely turn from João Neves. Such an elegant footballer. Should be a booking, that, you know. That should be a booking. If you watch Premier League football, that's a yellow card all day.
That's what's annoyed the Portugal players.
Yeah, that's a yellow card all day. So they're taking off João Neves for Bernardo Silva. Hasn't been as impactful on the game today as he was in the first match when he scored the header. Bernardo Silva wins his 110th cap for Portugal, 5th tournament that he's played in for his country, and he'll be playing for Real Madrid next season. "15 minutes to go."
Yeah, they've just taken the foot off the gas, Portugal.
Renato Veiga. Heavy from Bruno Fernandes. One thing they are doing now, I mean, they're just keeping the ball, which is what they did in the first match against DR Congo, so the chance is drying up a little bit, but I suppose there is no reason at 4-0 to overexert yourself. It's a long tournament, just short of 69,000 here in the stadium today. Defended by Kusanov for Uzbekistan. Sloppily given away here to Bernardo Silva for his first touch, who quickly picks out Conceição. We've got the same scenario here today now that we had yesterday. Every Argentinian player wanted to pass to Messi as soon as they got the ball. It seems as though everybody down there in a red shirt for Portugal wants to see Ronaldo get his hat-trick. No foul there. There's Shuma Rodolph. Got themselves into a decent position here, Uzbekistan. Renato Vega's gone out to defend it. Shuma Rodolph can get the shot away and hit it over the bar. He's playing his 95th game. He scored 44 times. Had a really good season in Turkey for Istanbul Başakşehir.
Yeah, he was the joint top scorer in the Turkish Super League. Just been unlucky, he hasn't had many touches.
It's not an easy team to say, Başakşehir.
No, that's why I left it to you.
That's why I made a mess of it.
you know what? It's a good experience, I think, for these Uzbekistan players. They got a huge game against DR Congo, even though they've lost probably 4-0. I thought they've showed real spirit and fight. Obviously, there's a gulf in quality, but look, they're still fighting right to the end.
That's going to be quite some game for DR Congo. Regardless of what happens against Colombia, they're going to go into that match with an opportunity to go through. It would be quite a story, that. Round of 32 that starts on Monday. Portugal here with Nuno Mendes, and that's an uncharacteristic mistake from him. That's some haircut, by the way. They'll all want one now.
Well, he's delivered again on the biggest stage, hasn't he? Inspiring that young generation. I mean, if they get it right, Portugal, they've got a chance without question. They showed their firepower today.
Rafael Leao of AC Milan, who came on against DR Congo, is stripped and ready down below us for Portugal. Here's Semedo. Now Conceição. Vitinha. Ruben Dias to Trincao. Vitinha. Conceição made the run in behind, but it was well spotted on this side by Alijonov. Slightly short from Shukurov, who was trying to get Shumarodov away through the middle.
Vitinha just skips away from people so easily. Just glides across the pitch.
Acceleration from Conceição. Ball breaks for Bernardo Silva. Here's Semedo.
Just feel like they're taking too many touches now, Portugal. It takes too long to get the ball into the danger area.
I think the fella in the number 7 shirt thinks the same.
Yeah, I think Bruno thinks the same as well.
Conceição's had a lot of touches on this side. Bernardo Silva out there this time, then Bruno Fernandes. Ronaldo's looking to close down and put pressure on Kusanov, who did well to keep the ball. 9 minutes to play, plus stoppage time in Houston. Uzbekistan looking for consolation. Flicked away by Semedo for Portugal. Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes. Nuno Mendes has made the run if he's managed to stay on side, and the flag does stay down here. So Portugal on the move. Ronaldo's made the run, and they'll settle for the corner. There is no problem in Houston. This is the stadium that's produced the most goals in the World Cup so far. This stadium, 20 have been scored here. And the change is being made. Vitinha replaced by Rafael Leao. I think it's remarkable that he's never scored an international goal, based on the fact that he scores some vital ones for Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, he's a brilliant player. This game is so much more than goals. The best central midfield player in the world right now. Just runs the show. Warm embrace from Roberto Martinez, and Rafael Leao, who was cool, calm and collected when we saw him listening to his music on the Portugal bench. He's
about 90 minutes before kick-off, he's on.
He's a brilliant player, brilliant dribbler, technically so good.
A bit of a wasted corner for Portugal. So Shumarodov can run forward, but he didn't get very far. Ronaldo's not even tried to get back on side. He was actually out of picture, but the other way, still inside Uzbekistan's half. There he is, look.
I think because he knows they're taking lots of touches and passes, he knows it's not going to come to him.
Here's Rafael for the first time, and he blisters away from the defence. Just lost control of it at the end, but it was such a physical mismatch on that side. Here's Semedo. Ronaldo wants it, goes instead to Conceição. 6.5 minutes to play. Can they find another goal? Bruno Fernandes hits the shot, good save by the goalkeeper. One of those dippers that landed just in front of Nemetov. Here's Nuno Mendes. Ronaldo stood in an offside position. Rafael away from the defender again, pulls it back, looking for Ronaldo.
Well, you know Ronaldo or Bruno Fernandes are going to pull the trigger as soon as he gets into him around the box. He does so well, Bruno Fernandes finds a space. Tricky for the goalkeeper.
Just to say, for people who might not have heard it to this point, they're actually shouting Sue as they shout Moose for Daryl Johnston. So they're shouting Sue for Cristiano Ronaldo. They're not boos you can hear around the stadium. It is a sign of affection. He's offside here. James Corden and the After Hours crew will be back tonight for another nightly wrap-up of today's World Cup action. They're joined by the special guest, Anthony Anderson. That's on Fox at midnight, local. It's been another very enjoyable World Cup match to watch, Owen.
Yeah, one of the favourites. Has been terrific. Didn't play great in that first game against DR Congo, but they've responded, made some changes, played a bit quicker. They've got the firepower. Just got to put it together.
Renato Veiga decided to take that away from his goalkeeper, Diogo Costa. That's lovely football by Portugal. Instigated at the outset by Conceição. The big difference between the two wingers, when you see the way Conceição operates down the right to Rafael on the left, Leao's got that explosiveness and that speed to just push it past the fullback and go. Conceição has to be a lot more creative.
Do you know, he's a great player, but I just think he takes too many touches, so it makes it difficult for the strikers to time their runs. You've seen Bruno Fernandes, he does everything quickly because he scanned before he's got a picture. Conceição's different, he wants to dribble, but I do think taking less touches, playing a bit quicker, pass and move. That's why they were so effective, Portugal, in that first half.
Bernardo Silva finds Rafael. On it goes to Trincão and then Ronaldo, but he couldn't quite get a hold of that. 4 minutes left. Let me ask you a question, right? Is it wise, based on the fact that Portugal have had this game in the bag for a long time, that Cristiano Ronaldo is still out there, based on the fact he's 41, based on the fact they've got Colombia in the final match, which is going to be the Group K decider, we think, and this is a tournament now with an extra round, the round of 32 before 16 quarterfinals, etc. Hang on, hold that thought. Here's Semedo. Ronaldo's in the middle, it didn't get there. Leao's coming onto it, and there is goal number 5. Well, it wasn't the hat-trick goal for Cristiano Ronaldo, but it is a first ever World Cup goal for AC Milan's Rafael.
What a brilliant finish. He's a fantastic player, he really is. Has a huge impact. Absolutely whips that into the top left. Fabulous finish. Yeah, they got players that obviously, I thought Bruno Fernandes played that ball in behind for the cross for Semedo.
He's had some day, Roberto Martinez, and it might just be A Houston rocket from Rafa Leao to finish the scoring today.
Brilliant. So brilliant. Do you know who was the original rocket in Houston?
Roger Clemens.
There we go.
Still lives in the city, I'm told.
What a brilliant player.
Yeah. I would think he's got quite a significantly sized house. What a picture. So 5-0. And the kind of result and performance to really get your World Cup off and running if you're among the favourites. Everything that Portugal needed to do today, they've done. Every question that Portugal needed to answer, they've answered emphatically.
Yeah, brilliant performance. 5 goals, clean sheet. So much more urgency, spacing, everything about it was... They played like one of the favourites today.
+5, the goal difference, 4 points, a point better from Colombia, who played DR Congo. Just back to that question, is it wise that he's still out there, based on the fact that if they are going to win the World Cup, they want him fresh for the final? Should he still be out there?
I think it's in 4 days' time, Fletch. I think he'll be all right. He's one of the best professionals ever. You know, he's in incredible condition. He does everything right. Sleep, diet. He'll be fine. 4 days is plenty.
Here's Semedo, maybe there's another one. Clipped in towards Ronaldo, couldn't reach it.
I don't think he's got that 40-inch protocol anymore. Bit high from Semedo.
He would have needed to be Victor Wembanyama to get underneath that one. Conceição. Uzbekistan getting bodies around the ball. Given away though to Bernardo Silva. Rafa Leao, little touch by Nuno Mendes. They still want more. Trincao just sold Rafa Leao a wee bit short there.
He's been class Leao since he's come on, hasn't he? Played quicker.
But he was in the first game, Owen, as well.
Yeah, he was. On this right-hand side, Conceição's taken loads of touches, but Leao's played quite quick, 1 and 2.
He's got the confidence when he's on the ball that he's bigger and stronger and faster than you are.
I'm pretty sure confidence is not an issue for Leao.
There's some defending for Ruben Dias to do. Alijonov was trying to make room for the shot. They'd love some kind of consolation here. Here's Shukarov. Ronaldo's won it back. Into 5 minutes of additional time. It's going to be a free kick to Uzbekistan. Based on what you've seen today, because obviously there were a lot of questions and lots of doubts after seeing Portugal play DR Congo. Now you've seen them play like this today, as we see the Leao finish into the top corner. What are your overall thoughts on how far they can go in the competition?
Oh, look, I mean, first of all, you have to say, great performance. But it is against Uzbekistan. They didn't play great against DR Congo, but they were actually, I thought they played brilliant.
Diogo Costa's got that.
I think
Gianov and Esenov, by the way.
Sorry, Flair. I think when they play with this urgency and a bit quicker, they could be one of the best teams in the World Cup.
That's good from Semedo. Really good from Semedo.
Well, actually, in the first game when he came on. It's all about getting the personnel right, depending on what the game is. Against Uzbekistan, it doesn't matter as much because they're so dominant. Against Colombia, it's different.
What a pass that is to Rafa Leao. He's hacked down, free kick to Portugal.
I mean, what a brilliant finish from Rafael Leao, coming in off that left-hand side.
There's another one, maybe, just wide. Well, they almost finished off the game in style. Trincao, so close.
That's a good ball from Cristiano Ronaldo. Mendes into Trincao. When they move it quickly, Portugal, they're exceptional.
Into the final 2 minutes. The Portugal fans inside this stadium have thoroughly enjoyed a stadium that continues to provide goals. Lots and lots of them. A World Cup that continues to provide goals. Leao not too happy with the attentions over there of Gianov.
That's probably the only way to stop Rafael Leao's pull his shirt. Technically, he's got size, he's got skill, speed.
Moving towards the final minute. Can they conjure up one more opportunity? Tough day from Fabio Cannavaro, who you've just seen. His team have really struggled to keep this Portugal team out. Conceição's onside. Ronaldo's waiting in the middle. Conceição to the byline, delivers it through. Well, Semedo was the nearest to it. Ronaldo's then committed the foul and just left his foot in. And Uzbekistan are going to get the free kick, but they were so close again to another one. I mean, on another day, they might have had 8 or 9 here, Portugal. Leao's flicked to Mendes, here they go. Ronaldo waits, Ronaldo's onto it, that was his moment. The entire stadium held its breath, he would have been offside.
Yeah, he was off. It probably needed a cutback. He was just off Cristiano. Can't fault his teammates for trying.